I've been living on a sea of anarchy. I've been living on coffee and nicotine.
Zac Brown, Sheryl Crow, R.E.O. Speedwagon vocalist Kevin Cronin, Vince Gill, and Emmylou Harris were all present for the All for the Hall fundraising concert at LA's Nokia Theater on September 13th. The artists performed in a guitar pull, whereby they all jam and perform on each other's songs. The artists perform unrehearsed with no set list for a one-of-a-kind performance to benefit the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. R.E.O. Speedwagon vocalist Kevin Cronin talked about being a rock singer who was asked to do All for the Hall.
I was blown away. I heard that this event was for the Country Music Hall of Fame, and that Emmylou Harris was going to be here, Vince Gill, Zac Brown, Sheryl Crow, and I thought to myself, they must think I'm the guy from Diamond R.E.O. That's the only explanation. And but as it turns out, I've been welcomed into the country music community every time I've been to Nashville, and more, I think, even though people don't necessarily think of R.E.O. Speedwagon as being a country thing, the artists, the country artists, a lot of them grew up listening to our music, and so I meet them. They've all got an R.E.O. Speedwagon story, and I've met so many of I've met all the biggest country music stars and written with some of them over the past year or so, and I feel really at home in Nashville, and I feel really at home tonight.
Zac Brown, one of country music's bright stars, talked about why it's important for him to show support.
You know, I think Vince started the All for the Hall program to help to raise some money and awareness for the Country Music Hall of Fame, and I feel like it's an important legacy to be followed, to follow the impact that the people in the past have made, and the living legends like Emmylou Harris right there. And you know, it's just a big honor for me to get to share the stage with such great, you know, legendary musicians. So it's a chance to be here and to contribute whatever I can to the cause.
Vince Gill talked about the importance of the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Well, I have a great reverence for the Country Music Hall of Fame. It's a huge part of all this music that's inside of me. You know, I've been listening to music for over 50 years, and so a lot of those records were some of the first records ever made in this music, and it feels like home to me, you know. So I want people to understand the importance of what's come before them. You know, I want young artists to understand what trailblazing these people did, how they traveled, how they did what they did. There wasn't television for so long; it was only radio. It was only dirt roads. There were no interstates. There were no, you know what I mean? No $1 million buses to ride around in. And so I really, you know, got a good, healthy respect.
Emmylou Harris said that Vince's idea of the guitar pull is a great way to bring visibility to the Country Music Hall of Fame.
This particular format, the in the round, the guitar pull, is so much fun, you know, and it was such a brilliant idea of Vince's to actually get artists involved in keeping the Hall of Fame going and keeping it viable and keeping it visible. So, you know, and anything Vince asked me to do, I'll probably do.
One of the themes of this year's pull was the artists' relationships with their guitars. Songs performed included Zac Brown's Martin, R.E.O. Speedwagon's Keep On Lovin' You, and Sheryl Crow's If It Makes You Happy.
For the very last time, oh mama, sweet mama, can you tell